All right, I'm going to show you a way to make this. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so I can show you a little shortcut for solving with, excuse me. This is how this is going to work. All right, so to solve with your calculator, instead of doing a 3-variable system with substitution, or ignore all the stuff that I have on my screen. Okay, so we solved number 5 with substitution, 3-variable system, and that was this problem over here. Okay, we did 1 through 4 using elimination. Now I want to show you another method. So number 5 was set up really easy for substitution because we were missing variables. We're not missing any variables in number 6. Every equation has 3 variables. So we have to, it takes longer to do it by substitution, and that doesn't really make a lot of sense. So we could either do elimination, or I'm going to show you a little way to do this with the calculator that is actually quite quick. So you see on your screen, you see your equations 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to kind of write those out. And if we pretend, okay, so this is a matrix, okay? It's a very sloppy matrix, but it's a matrix. You haven't got to matrices yet. It's okay if you don't even know what that means. But when I look at equation 1 right here, I'm going to look at the coefficients of x, y, and z. So just what's in front of each of them. So in front of x, if nothing is written there, it's actually a 1. In front of y is a 1, and in front of z would be a -1 because it has a minus. So in my matrix, my top row, I'm going to write those 3 numbers in that order. So the x is 1, y is 1, z is -1. Okay, if I go to my second equation right here, the coefficient in front of x is 3, in front of y is 2, in front of z is 4. And then if I do my last equation, in front of x would be a -1 just because it says -x. In front of y is 5, and in front of z is 1. Okay, so that's a matrix. That's a matrix of the left side where I have my equal signs. And notice this is a 3-by-3 matrix. Okay. Now in your calculator, we have a way to put that in, but we're also going to have to put in the matrix of what they all equal. So over here, I had on the other side of the equal sign, I know I've got so much going on up there. Equation 1 equaled 4, equation 2 equaled 17, and equation 3 equaled 8. Okay, so this is a 3-by-1 matrix, has 3 rows, 1 column. Okay, so if you can get down to this part, which you could do without actually writing it down, but on a quiz, if you have to show work, this is what you'd show. If you go to your calculator, and if we push the second button, so the blue button, and then you're going to push this button that says x to the -1. If I can get it in front of the camera. See above it where it says matrix? I'm going to push that, and it brings you this screen. Now, yours might not have the 3-by-3. I've already kind of messed with this. But we're going to scroll over so we edit. And we want to edit the first matrix. So you push 1. And yours is probably starting out as, oops. Yours probably starts out looking like this, where it's a 1-by-1 matrix. Okay, so up here at the top, where it says 1-by-1, I want to change this to a 3-by-3. So I'm going to push 3, and then enter, and push 3 again. Sorry, I can't see it and do it. And push enter. I have a 3-by-3 matrix. Now in each thing, I'm going to fill out the top row first, then the next row and the next row. And so you push in each thing. So I push 1, enter, and it moves me over to the next box. 1, enter, -1, enter, moves me down to the next row where I type 3, enter, 2, enter, 4, enter, brings me down to the bottom row, -1, 5, 1. So now my matrix looks like that. Looks just like what I have on my paper. Okay. Now we want to go and we want to do the second matrix that we did. So you're going to go second, and you're going to push that x to the -1 to get back to this matrix screen. You're going to scroll over to edit, Now we want to edit the second equation. So push 2. Now if it comes up with a 1 by 1 matrix, push 3, get a 3 in that box right there, and then 1. So it comes up with a column with 3 spots. And my numbers aren't right. I obviously entered in a different matrix. So I'm going to enter in 4, enter, 17, enter, 8. Whoa, that didn't work. Hold on. I didn't push enter. 4, enter, 17, enter, 8, enter. So now my matrix looks like my green matrix. Okay, my constants right there. Okay, and now we want to quit. So if I quit this, I just second, and then the mode gets me back to my home screen. Okay, if you have other things on your home screen, that's fine. You could clear it at this time, but now it's blank. So we got to do something now with those matrices. So what this does is we take the inverse of a matrix times what it equals, and it's going to give us the answer, which I know that means not much to you at this point, but on the ACT, there is a 3-variable system. And you know you have 1 minute per question average. There's 60 minutes, 60 questions on the ACT. So if you get a 3-variable system and you solve this by elimination, it takes some time. So this hopefully is going to teach you how to get it done a little faster. So now that we've gotten both the matrices are in the calculator, we're going to, on the main screen, I'm going to push second, then I'm going back to that inverse button, which is the matrix, okay? Gives me this. Now I'm not going to scroll over to edit. Under this, I want the first matrix. I want my matrix A, and see, it just puts it on my screen. I don't know why I have 84. Let me just do that without that. Okay, so I just have A. Now, without pushing the second button, this time I'm going to push that inverse button. So it puts a -1 to my matrix. Okay, it's taking the inverse of matrix A. And then when it's multiplying, now we're going to have it multiply by matrix B, which is pushing the second button. Push that matrix there. And now I want number 2. I want the second one. So it says A inverse B, and you just push enter. And it gives you a matrix. Okay, so that matrix that it gave me, so this matrix is -1 there, gives me a matrix of 3, 2, 1. Okay, the 3, let me move it so you can see it. That's my X value. This is my Y value. And that is my, whoops, that's a Z, my Z value. So if I write this as a final answer, my answer is 3, 2, 1. That's funny that it kind of counts down. Doesn't always work out that way. This is nice. All right. So it gave me my X, Y, and Z. So that's much faster than solving by elimination or substitution. And I do have on Canvas, I have a sheet on there that is just the steps to doing this. All right. So you can use this now. Anytime you do a quiz or anytime I ask you to solve a 3-variable system, you can do this. But when it asks to show work on a quiz, just write out what your matrices look like and then write your answer. Okay. So you now watch this video. You can, in the practice, you can do problems number. Now this is on the back page to the 1.4 practice 2 in the packet. On Big Ideas, it's 1.3 practice number 3. So you can now do 19 and 24 and then move on to the next video.